Oh, nice. Well, I had to turn my VPN off for this to work. I don't know how good the internet is. I'm just going to be doing a market review, trying something out. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Good morning from Vietnam. I'm in a coffee shop right now. So right now there's no one up here. On the second floor of some little cafe. And they got good Wi-Fi, man. And good coffee. So see my screen. All right. So I've been looking at some quite a few cryptos, no meme coins lately, and some stocks. So what I like to look at in the market is this indicator first, which is the percentage of addresses with realized losses on Bitcoin. And this gives me a good indication of how many people are in profit. So it's kind of inverse. When it's down, it means lots of people are in profit right now on, that are holding Bitcoin. So generally, and I've talked about this many times before, but generally when this comes down here in this area, Bitcoin has a pullback, right? And we're in the area now. So I've been looking to sell, trying to short the market right now. And I drew this little trend line here. I sold it here in April. Maybe let me see if I can pull up another chart here. So we'll switch this one to sets. Where is it? Yeah. We'll get off the 10-second time frame. Don't know why we're on that. Boy, there's way too much shit going on here. Let's see if I can lock these together. Sync. All right, sync in interval and crosshair in time. Oh, that didn't seem to work. Date range too. There we go. All right, let me hide. I think I need a bigger computer screen. But, the laptops works just fine for me. Sometimes I do trades on my phone too, so. So we're on the weekly, and this sync feature is not the greatest, to be honest. It's actually kind of annoying. What the fuck? Excuse me. Come on, Tradingview. I mean, for what they have, it's great, but it's not synchronized very well. It's actually terrible. So we're going to skip the synchronize because it's clearly not working. Okay. I can line them up like this, right? Sometimes we're going to do things manually. So versus us right now, pretty much. June, okay. And then this is going to be March. All right, so the crosshair is synced. Let me extend this out. There we go. Good. So look, here we were bottomed out, right? Lots of people in profit, and we hit this trend line from the past 2 ones. And then we sold off, right? And then here, we bottomed out again, and look what happened. We sold off. And where are we now? We're bottoming out. Okay, so I've been looking to sell. And not only are we bottomed out here, but we're also seeing divergence. You can see from this purple pink coloring here, and that's one of the indicators I'll show you. So it's time to sell. I'm not saying this is the top for Bitcoin, but it's time to at least take a pullback, take a short position, and maybe we get a bounce and then we go up again, right? And yeah, that's as simple as that. I won't go into any more details on that. I have videos on this. No one else talks about this but me. So if you see anyone else talking about this, then they got it from me. So there's that, and then we have the total market cap, okay? And there's divergence here on the weekly time frame. And even though we're still climbing up, we have not broken this divergence. And actually, we've gone lower. So internally in this wave, on the daily, you could probably see it better, right? There's still a divergence. So there's weekly divergence and daily divergence, meaning that there is an imminent reversal coming. And, unless there's so much good news coming out, right? So unless, Trump signs some bill that says the U.S. government's going to buy, $7 trillion worth of Bitcoin by 2025, by 2030, then this is likely going to come down. But there needs to be some kind of catalyst to drive this rapidly up fast in order for that divergence to kind of grow and disappear. But right now, it doesn't seem very likely, right? If it was a bit closer, then I would say it's possible. But right now, the chances of that, like the probability, nothing is certain, but we're looking at probabilities here, and the probability is showing us more downside than it is upside. I mean, look, we're up. Who cares where you think it's going to go? Who cares about, everyone's buying it? Just think about where we are and think about what the indicators are telling you, because that's what they're there for. They're there to filter out all the noise and help you make a decision and forget about all the other shit that's just there to distract you. So take your money, make your money, and get out. And here we can see like we're overbought on the RSI. We got divergence, right? People are all on profit right now. But it doesn't feel like a top signal right now. If you're in the market, if you're trading in the crypto market, there's not like, my uncles aren't calling me up. That friend that I had that always calls me during the top of the cycle, he hasn't called me, he hasn't texted me. So it doesn't feel like the top for me. So, we're still early. And I think the end of the cycle, as a lot of people think, is going to come around the end of this year, between September and December. So I think we still have time. That's why I think, maybe we'll get like a pullback real quick and then a move up, the final move up, the blow off top. That would be ideal. So I'm saying like in the medium term, we take a short position for the next 2 months or the next month, right? And then we go up, because the news is all good, right? Everyone's buying Bitcoin. So yeah, 3.8 trillion. Where can we go? I mean, we draw a fib here on, the previous move here from 2017, actually from the beginning of all the cycles. I had this massive fib, and this is a big level around 7 trillion. And then obviously we got 20 trillion, but I don't think that's going to happen. So anywhere in here, that's not going to happen anytime soon, is what I'm saying. And then there's a fib on the last move up, this massive impulse. This one, I think we just see the 113, which is an important area for reversals. So let me see. Usually I have it on here. Don't know why the settings aren't popping up. Cool. I'll just draw another one real quick so you see what I mean. So we get this fib, start from the bottom and move it up. Yeah, so actually we're not there yet. So let me change it's hard to see. For some reason, the settings aren't popping up. But there's this area here. It's just negative 0.113, and that's right around 4.33 trillion. And I think with a reasonable certainty that this will be a local top, if not a top for this cycle. If we don't blast through that level, then that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. So, maybe this will run up to here before it comes down, and then we'll have like another final move to like 7 trillion. But honestly, I think this is a really good area to get out, 4.4. And, we could watch for patterns to sell when it goes up to the area. So I'm looking for sells all the way through here. But 4.43, right? And maybe if we drop from here, that's all. Yeah, and it's still in the same spot, right? So around 4.4, 4.3. And time to move, time to get out, time to go into something else. Okay, so crypto's fun, but at some point the music stops. So that's the total. That's the stuff that I look at, and that's the BT lossless percentage. I don't know what to call it. People in money, people in profit, and BTC dominance. It's actually dropping. So we're actually getting a altcoin run right now. Think about it. This is coming down. We thought it was going to go to at least 70%, but it did climb up pretty good, almost 66%. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think that's probably it. So, yeah. If you have any specific cryptos for me to look at, just let me know. But that's all I'm really looking at right now. And then drone stocks, I've been buying a bunch. So stocks are super easy right now because you can just take, Chad or Gemini or Claude or any one of the, models, the preferable model that you like, that's at least multimodal, where you can upload documents or it can go and do a deep web search for you. You put it on agent mode and you say, hey, go look up this stock and look up any related stocks in this industry and go pull all of the financial reports, look at the news and tell me, is this a good buy or is this a good sell? Right. And then boom, you have all of your fundamental research done. And I know it sounds way too easy to be true, but that's literally it, man. It's so easy right now. People aren't doing this because they're thinking, oh, it's too easy. If it's that easy, everyone wouldn't be doing it. But no, there's a gap. There's lots of alpha right now that you can be taking an advantage of. And it obviously helps if you know how to, look at the chart itself, but just for a stock to be able to understand if it's like a value stock or not is huge. And it used to take, obviously hours of time just to do that. Now you don't need that. So I got a list of all these drone stocks that I had. I think I used Gemini to go and research it for me because it's free. And I listed them from their market cap from highest to lowest. And, obviously I'm going to buy the lower market cap ones, but they're all going up, right? So I bought this one when it was lower market cap. This is where I got in and I got out up here. Okay. This will probably go, it might double again, just a little bit more, but now it's high enough for me to get out. I took that money and I put it into these three. And these ones are very, very low market cap. So this one, as soon as I put it in, it went up. If it breaks out of this trend line, we're going up, man. I don't know how far. I don't know what the market cap would be up here. That might be too high, right? Maybe it'll go to 38 or something, but that's still insane. But right now it's only 33 million market cap. So these other ones, like Drone Shield, this is like a defense drone company that's getting a lot of military contracts right now across the world. They're at 2 billion. So, we can go up. We can go up. And that's exactly what this one is trying to do. They just got they sold some stock at 25 million at $5 a piece, literally after I bought it, and it's still up. So that's a very good sign. But I think they got a contract. No, it was UAVS. They got a contract. Like they can sell their drones now to the government. So they got a license to sell drones to the government, which is why this one's up 40% now. And look at this divergence here, this massive bullish divergence here. There is a very good potential risk to reward here that I am going to take advantage of, right? Because we're investors and we look for these things. So the fundamentals are decent on this one. I would advise you to run it yourself to understand the company. But the technicals look fantastic, right? We had this, long sell-off, drawdown. There's nothing happening. And then all of a sudden, now they're starting to make some progress. Got an impulse up, correction, and now we're getting a second impulse up. There might be another correction here, and then we'll get another move up, hopefully, and break out of this daily downtrend, right? That would be nice. I'll add more if we get a correction, right? Still got some some capital on the side to inject. Okay. And then this one right here, this one hasn't taken off yet. This one's high risk. Because they haven't shown any indication of generating revenue, and they're burning through a runway. But we got to move up, correction, and we got to break out here, pull back, retest, and then it's doing something here. And then August, their Q2 revenue report's coming out. So we're waiting for that, as is everyone else. And they should be showing revenue. So it's kind of a gamble. Like if they showed, a net loss, then this will probably dump. Okay, and you can say goodbye to your money. But if they show a positive revenue, this thing's going to skyrocket. 16 million market cap. So it's a high risk, high reward. So I know put whatever you can lose in this, but if it goes, it goes, right? And this is a Israeli defense offense drone contractor. So they also do like industrial power line repairs with drones, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you can check out the rest of these ones. But these three I'm in right now. I was in this one. I got out. Actually, I was waiting. I got out up here, and I was waiting to get back in on a bigger dip down here, but it never happened, and it kept going. So this one will keep probably going up. Oh, well. And then this one I missed because I was locked out of my brokerage account for a month because I couldn't get two-factor SMS because I don't have an international phone number. And I was, very upset. I missed out on this freaking move right here, 250%. Actually, 400% at one point. So that stings a little bit when I look at it. But at least I was able to get into these three. I finally got access to my brokerage account. Was able to sell this and to go into these ones. So stocks are just doing crazy right now, especially drone stocks. AI stocks they're probably continuing to go up. But I don't really trade stocks a lot because I never used to because I didn't want to do the research. I'm lazy. Now I can be lazy and I can trade stocks. Okay. That's about it. I mean, I'm looking, at Monero. I still think Monero's got lots of potential to go up. It's still correcting here. I drew this line when we were up here, and it's kind of following through pretty well. 1,000 is the target. Okay. So if they come out with their upgrade, they're supposed to come out with a network upgrade. If it happens on schedule, then yeah, we'll go up. If it keeps getting delayed, I think we'll still make another high, but it won't go as high. Right. And then here's the versus Bitcoin. And if we look, you know, where we stopped was this area right here. We got like resistance, 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 you know, call it whatever, supply, demand, whatever. So, right. support, and then finally we came up here and where we stopped right there. We do have lots of bullish divergence here, but we did flip on the MACD here. You see, I think we should have went a little bit higher. I think we should at least come back up here and retest this area if we can't break out above 384. And then we're gonna just go down. Hopefully we don't come down from here. I think this is a good area to bounce off of, right where we are. You know, just going sideways for now. And yeah, this move right here, there's like some internal divergence happening. We're just about to bounce off this the RSI here. And where am I? We did break out of this trend line, which is not good. At least on the logarithmic scale, which I always use. But if we look at the, oh no, even the non-logarithmic shit, and the linear scale too, we broke down. It's not looking good, honestly. Versus Bitcoin, I don't like that. Like I really like Monero, but I don't like what's happening here in the chart technically. So maybe we'll at least get a pullback, okay, and a retest. The very worst case scenario. But you can see here internally, there is some momentum building up or decreasing on the downside. So I'm waiting for that patiently. I don't think this is going anywhere in terms of like downside. It's a very useful tool. It's going to be around. It's going to continue to be around, and there's upgrades coming. So that's it. That's really it. Shorted Solana up here. Again, divergence. We got. So this is actually like perfect textbook setup. If you look at this. We got this major impulse down. 1, 2, 3 correction, and we should get another move down. I don't think it'll go this low. It's possible, but maybe back to 100. Okay. But that is literally textbook. So it was very hard not to sell it right there. We could get like another final move up and then come down. So for me, everything's saying, you know, sell, sell, sell. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's about it. That's all I'm going to run through today. If you guys have any questions, shoot me a message.